I just found this comment on the Level the Playing Field group, and it's a little bit concerning. It says, it's from a contractor that says they have a homeowner. They received a letter from the carrier 4 days after a hailstorm. Hailstorm came in September 4th. They received this letter September 8th, stating that they are changing his policy to a roof payment schedule and retroactively changing the coverage to the day they signed up for insurance, July 28th. Not only are they lowering his coverage, but charging him more for the less coverage. Is this something they can do? Is my homeowner dead in the water in this, or is this bad faith? If it's not bad faith, what would keep all insurances doing this as soon as a hailstorm hits? Just sending out a change of coverage to a roof payment schedule. And then here's the letter. All right, so if you're an attorney and you have a difference of opinion on this, let me know. I'm not an attorney, and this might be different from one city to the next for all I know. But I can tell you this. It sounds like they signed up for insurance on July 28th, which means underwriting was still open. Underwriting has a period of time, depending on your state. It could be 60 days, it might be more, where they can actually take a look into your history, take a look at the property, do inspections of some kind to determine if they are going to continue to write for your policy. At that point, the only thing you have is a binder, and they have the ability to say, well, actually, it's going to cost more, or it's going to cost less, or we're going to provide this coverage, or we're not going to provide this coverage. And they can do that retroactively. So they sent this letter out on September 8th. July 28th was when they signed up. July, August, September 8th was within 60 days. They would have the ability to do this. So if you are a policyholder watching this, or a contractor or a public adjuster watching this, I want you to know where this went wrong. If a hailstorm occurred within the open underwriting period of time, and they file a claim during that time, the carrier has a lot more ability to push you away so that you aren't going to be a part of their ecosystem. They can't outright drop you for this kind of a thing, but they can find other ways to do stuff. In some states, they can't outright drop you because you filed a claim within that open period. So when underwriting is open, it's best not to file a claim during that period of time. So if you filed a claim on this hailstorm while underwriting was open, you kind of put the policyholder in a pickle because the carrier is going to react. And they are reacting by putting you into a retroactive state of giving you less coverage. Now, having said that, if they are going to reduce coverage and increase the price, that isn't appropriate either. And if they ever did this when underwriting wasn't open, then they wouldn't legally be allowed to do that in most states. As far as I understand it, I'm not an attorney. If they reduce coverage in some way, there has to be a reduction of premium. So there isn't enough information on this letter that explains why the premium is increasing. But they are definitely reducing coverage. They're going from replacement cost value on the roof to a form of actual cash value on the roof through a roof payment schedule. That is a reduction of coverage. There should be a reduction of premium that goes along with that. But if the underwriting discovered that the roof was in bad shape and that's why they're moving to a roof payment schedule, well, there could be an increase in premium because the risk is greater for them because they're going to have a claim on the roof, and now they already do. So if you're a policyholder watching this, unless you cannot avoid the situation, it is best not to file a claim while underwriting is still open, which is generally 60 days after you make first payment for that policy and secure the binder. They can make changes to it, and it can be retroactive. Scary situation. Hope that helps.